Funny thing happened last night when somebody started to troll me, and I had to share it because it made my night. I'm a gnome? No, I'm a panda! Poof! Hello again all, this is Eatmopie, and you are level 90. Maybe you're not, but hopefully you're close, and if you are, Grats. That was a hell of a grind, wasn't it? Anyway, you're level 90, what do you do now? It took me a long time to figure it out, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of information on what you should do, because you may just be out there roaming around trying to figure it out. So the very first thing is you need to visit the Shrine of 7 Stars. This lower area is where you're introduced to all the new rep factions. So you'll get some quests here that'll lead you out into the world and you can start your rep grinding. Now if you haven't figured it out yet, this is also where you train your Pandaria flying. Okay, let's go on a little tour of the city. This is the new main city for Pandaria. The Horde side is exactly the same with different character names, basically. So if you're Horde, this works for you as well. Anyway, so as you enter the main entrance, you're going to run into the Whirlwind guy in the Alliance side. He's the Windbreaker on the Horde side. They get all the good stuff. But anyway, he's going to give you a little speed boost so you can get to where you're going quickly. So off to the right side here, you can set your Hearthstone. I highly recommend that you do that because there's portals in this town to get to anywhere that you possibly need to go in the old worlds. Okay, while we're here, I'll give you the 2-cent tour. Vendors and things, you can check them out at your leisure. Some of them have buff food. Up the stairs, you'll see the challenge mode gear. I believe it's the challenge mode gear. You can see the helm and the shoulders for each class, and your class should be glowing. Oh, shiny! I can't wait to get into my challenge mode. The other room at the top of the stairs is the vault, and they have about 1 million bank tellers in here. They may need to downsize in this economy. Then we got Void Storage, Transmog, and Reforger. And we're back to the main entrance again. So that's the right side. I know this seems simple, but there's a lot of people that have been asking in guild chat and real ID and things like that, where's this, where's that, and so I thought I'd just show you a little bit while we're here. I always gotta grab that speed boost. Back on the left side here is all of the vendors for professions, and this is where you get your leatherworking recipes and things like that. There's also a reagent vendor, very nice. Get your Tomb of the Clear Mind, which if you haven't noticed, that's how you switch your glyphs and talents quickly. Now I am a leather worker, so I've been buying these recipes like crazy. That you buy them with the Spirit of Harmony. You put 10 motes of harmony together and you can buy one of these recipes. And I've got a few. I've almost completed my PvP set, because you can't buy an epic PvP set or anything like that. You have to craft it for your starter level. Well, entry level PvP anyway. Season starts on Tuesday. Okay, up the stairs on this side is the portal room and the bard. You can actually pay this lady over here 2 gold and she will play you a special song, and you can dance with some pandas. On my way out here I noticed David Guerrero, and he's just flexing because he's a badass. So I had to go over and flex, and check this out. And he laughs in my face. I'm a giant panda with big muscles and a belly. Whatever. You gotta love how Blizzard has done that. They've added all these little, I don't want to call them Easter eggs, but they kind of are, things throughout Pandaria. I've laughed at least 10 times from little comments or reading some of the quest text. Anyway, that brings us to the portal room, and there is a port to everywhere. Dalaran, Shatrath, every major city for whatever faction you are. Pretty neat, pretty handy. I love it. Okay, back down below is, like I said, it's your rep quest hub to start your faction rep grinding. And there's also a daily challenge mode quest. Obviously it's a daily and it gives you a fair amount of VP. Definitely worth trying. Challenge modes are challenging, but it does scale your gear, so if you're wearing all greens, it's going to scale your gear up to I believe 463. Another one of the things you may notice is you can't do all of the factions yet. You have to earn reputation with certain other factions before you can even start the daily quests of, for instance, the Shadow Pan. You need Revered with Golden Lotus, which kind of is a bummer, because I wanted to get working on that right away. Shadow Pan's my favorite. You get awesome mounts and decent gear. But, yeah, can't do that yet. Okay, now I highly recommend that you go and talk to the Black Prince. He's at the Tavern in the Mists. He's near the Black Market Auction House, and it's kind of in between the Jade Forest and Valley of Four Winds, and kind of the Vale as well. But go there, start the quest. He will give you 2 quests. One is to gain honored reputation with him, which is very easy to do, and the other is to collect things from raids, drops from raid bosses, which also drop in looking for raid, so that's cool, even though there won't be looking for raid for another probably 3 weeks, I think they said. Now the reason you should do this is because it's progress on your legendary item. You're going to have a legendary gem is the first thing you'll get once you complete these quests, I believe. And then you're going to be able to progress through the quest line as Mists of Pandaria goes into new patches and things like that, which, from what I understand, from what Blizzard's telling everybody, isn't going to be that far off. I mean, we might have patch 5.1 in 4 months, and that would be freaking awesome. But anyway, so do that, because you gain reputation from killing Mogu and bugs. And you do that for all of these dailies. Pretty much every single rep faction, you end up killing these 2 types of mobs, and you're gaining rep with the Black Prince just for doing that. I'm already almost honored, and I've done very little but grind other reputations. So yeah, rating's not available yet, obviously, but definitely worth getting this and just starting that legendary quest line. Now that's really about it as far as the things that you should be doing right now. Obviously you want to start farming instances as soon as possible. Even if you're a PvP player, you should try and get a heroic item level weapon or weapons, because yeah, that's the only place you're going to get it. And to start the season on Tuesday, you definitely are going to want to have that. I still don't have mine, and I just have had terrible luck, but I do have most of my PvP set crafted. My item level is getting up there. I'm almost ready for raiding. Still no good weapons, but whatever. I can live with that. Now, another thing that you want to do is keep an eye out for rare spawns. Rare spawns are a little bit different in Mists of Pandaria. There's a ton of them, and they respawn every few hours. So find a few that you like, that have items that you want. I've found a lot of awesome little items, and that's just because in the beta I was able to find out where some neat ones were. Like my sweet ass hardened shell that'll dismount any unfriendly player in the air, on the ground. So good. So you got a million different things to do. You gotta farm your Spirit of Harmonies, you gotta farm your heroics, you gotta farm your PvP, you gotta just farm the crap out of rep, and yeah, I can't tell you where to start. I can tell you where I've started, and I'm doing my Golden Lotus because that seems to be the most important rep faction, because you need that to even start other factions. Some of the other factions anyway. And Claxy and Cloud Serpent, I'm working on those as well, slowly but surely. That's really about it. Yeah, I am really enjoying my time in the Mists of Pandaria. I hope you are too. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below, Or you can hop over to my Facebook. It's just facebook.com/Eatmopie. And you will find me there. You can jump into the little community that we're beginning. We're growing. And Mr. D will bounce any questions that you may have off of me, and we can communicate a little bit. Anyway, I hope this has helped you in some way. This is Eatmopie. I'll see ya.
This video is part of the Way movement, a career path in video sponsored by TGN. To learn more, visit tgn.tv.